Kevin Durant really came back from his Achilles injury and said, you know what, I'm going to come back and destroy everyone. Like, this man averaged 27 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 5.6 assists on 53% from the field, 45% from 3, and 88% from the free throw line. This man was close to having a 50-40-90 season. Granted, KD did play in 35 regular season games, but it didn't even seem like KD was coming off a major injury. First year on a new team, new teammates, new coach, it really didn't matter at all. He is such a great scorer. Per Cleaning the Glass stats, Kevin Durant shot 79% at the rim and 51% in the mid-range. Majority of Kevin Durant's offense comes in the mid-range. The Brooklyn Nets as a team last season were very efficient, and they played around with multiple lineups, giving them spacing for their big three to attack. And they look to push the ball up quickly, get into their early offense, and pick apart teams. According to Basketball Reference, the Nets' offensive rating of 118.3 ranked first in the league, and the Nets had a pace of 99.5 that ranked 12th in the league. With Kevin Durant's elite 3-level scoring ability, he can operate in any situation. 14.1% of Kevin Durant's offense came into isolation, and he ranked in the 94th percentile. And Kevin Durant has always been elite in his career at stringing moves together and getting to his spots. The utilization of a hang dribble into a pull-up 3 or pull-up mid-range shot has been a staple for KD. And the ability to be a 7-footer with a lethal crossover gives an edge against opponents, as it's difficult to block KD's shot, and the ability to go into a hezzy, pull it back, or cross over his opponent is deadly. KD also works as a spot-up shooter who would receive feeds from a Irving or James Harden. 19% of Kevin Durant's offense is on spot-up shots, and he ranked in the 82nd percentile. Kevin Durant usually gets majority of his spot-up threes above the break. As a catch-and-shoot shooter, he shot at 44.5% on around 3 attempts a game. And KD is even lethal as a pull-up three-point shooter, shooting it at 42% on the season. He can shoot it from deep, he can get into his dribble bag, or utilize his go-to move being a hang dribble into his shot. 16% of Kevin Durant's offense is as a pick-and-roll ball handler, and he ranks in the 83rd percentile. KD can light up drop coverage defenses, as his mid-range game is elite. And the ability here on this play, change of direction, Claxton comes up to screen, Porter Jr. is expecting it, then KD rejects the screen and explodes into a left to right push cross and finds the cut in Jeff Green. Also, KD has the ability to snake the pick and roll. The defense drops here, KD snakes, goes one-on-one against Jarrett Allen, gets to his spot and pulls up for his mid-range shot. The Nets will also utilize a guard to screen for KD, and this is usually to involve a poor guard defender on a play or create a switch to attack. Off the screen here, the Bucks don't switch DiVincenzo, but they have Brooks slide over to play drop coverage, and this is a layup for KD. Example here of the guard ball screen creating switch opportunities for KD. This comes early in the shot clock, 19 seconds. KD goes one-on-one against Russell Westbrook and scores. Double ball screens are also utilized for KD. The screens would usually get him going to pull up in the mid-range like on this play. Another area of attack for KD is in the post, where 8% of his offense comes from there, and he ranks in the 90th percentile. And KD can operate in the left or right post, the high post, clear out the court for him and just let him work. Another part of their early offense is having Kevin Durant come off a cross screen down low into a post-up. This will either create an opportunity against a trailing defender, or here he catches the ball and hits this jumper over Andrew Wiggins. Another area of attack for KD is off of pin down screens. The Nets will place him early in the offense on either the left or right corners and have a player set a pin down screen for him to come up top. On this play, Tatum doesn't stick to KD. He comes off the pin down and he spots up at the wing for 3. And on pin down plays, KD can either come off the screen and spot up for 3 or drive inside and pull up for a mid-range shot. Sometimes the pin down won't have KD come up top, but instead he will cut into the paint against a trailing defender, receive the ball, and work from there. Pin down can flow into a handoff like on this play. It creates a switch and is able to get inside and score. The Brooklyn Nets work out of horns here. Green gets the ball, and Claxton will set a pin down for KD, who gets the ball. The Nuggets switch. Claxton rolls inside, and KD creates a shot for Claxton. That will wrap it up for this video. It was meant to be a quick video on the play of Kevin Durant last season. If you haven't already, check out my latest video on LaMelo Ball and how he creates shots for himself. And with all that being said, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.